Today we're going to continue section 6.1 in basic integration, our power rule, but we're going to throw in the integration of e, and specifically we're just going to look at the integration of e to the x. So before we start with the integration of e to the x, let's remember the derivative of e to the x. So the derivative of e to the x, where our variable of e was a single variable, we know that the derivative of that was e to the x. If we take the integration of e to the x, well, if I took the derivative of e to the x to get the e to the x to go backwards, the integration of e to the x is going to give us e to the x. And we do have to be careful though, because again, we don't know if we took the derivative of a constant up here or not. So to show that we don't know what that constant is, we put a plus c at the end. So our original function was e to the x plus c. As we look at example 2, we can see that we can have a coefficient for e. Again, that coefficient can be pulled to the outside of our integration. So we have 4 times the integration of e to the x dx. The integration of e to the x again is e to the x. So we have 4 e to the x plus c. That 4, remember, we're distributing it back into the e to the x. If I take 4 times c, though, I just get another constant. And we'll talk more about that c value as the days go on. But for now, we're just going to add the plus c. The integration in example 3 of 2 plus 3 e to the x dx. The integration of 2 is 2x. Again, we're going to add an exponent, add 1 to our exponent. So if it was x to the 0, we can add 1 to get 2x to the first, divided by 1. Plus, we can integrate 3e to the x, as we did 4e to the x in example 2, to get 3e to the x plus c. Cleaning that up, our original function is going to give us 2x plus 3e to the x plus c. In example 4, we're going to see that we have a fraction again. Just a reminder, just to review just a little bit, we're going to take that x to the second that's on the denominator, in the denominator, up to the numerator. And we can take that up as a negative exponent. So we have 2x to the negative second plus e to the x dx. Now we can go through our power rule of integration by adding 1 to our exponent and dividing by the new exponent. So we have 2x to the negative first divided by negative 1 plus the integration of e to the x is e to the x plus our c. And that gives us our original function. Cleaning this up, we end up with negative 2 over x. We bring our negative exponent back to the denominator. 2 divided by negative 1 is negative 2 plus e to the x plus c. And that will finish our integration for e to the x.